got away with it today is the reason why everybody's angry. Not because Tony was black or he was mixed. The fact that Tony is dead for no reason, he was unarmed. Yes, he may have pushed that man. That man could have easily pushed Tony to the ground and put handcuffs on his hands and called for backup. At that, you do not enter anything at all without a second officer behind you. You wait for the officer to show up. You have to have a second officer with you so when things like this happen, don't happen. So that somebody can back up what you said. Like Kennedy said, he doesn't remember walking backwards, falling backwards, and putting his hand up and shooting that first time outside of the house. He never said that in his interview. He never said that he was the first one to shoot. I mean, not the first one to shoot. He never said his first shot was fired while outside the house. He said he hit the wall. When you hit the wall, why did you fall back? How did you fall back if you hit the wall? It makes no sense. None of this makes sense. My problem is, everybody's problem is, why is this man a murderer and he's in jail? They just said on Sunday when they released the 24-hour release that a man was killed, as in a police officer. He was killed, and they were honoring his anniversary. But the man who killed him is serving life, but Kennedy is walking for killing a 19-year-old boy who did nothing, just because he had a badge right here that made him. And Tony was unarmed. They badged him because he has a badge. He stands for Madison Police Department. They have to make him innocent. They make him look good. They make it so that they found 10,000 reasons in the book to make it okay for why Tony got shot. Tony getting shot was not okay. Tony could have went to jail. Tony could have got tased. Tony could have did anything but die that night. In 3 seconds, y'all took that man's life. He wasn't even a man yet. He was a young man who made mistakes. A young man who didn't get the chance to stand up and say, yes, that night I messed up, but look at me now. He didn't get to stand up. And that boy took care of his mom. His mom is sick. Who's going to take care of her now? She has no one. That's why she's hurt and stands here and looks that way that she does when she stands right here. Nobody understands the hurt, the pain that she goes through. She is sick. When she couldn't do something, Tony did it for her. Now no one will do it for her.
Do the police need to be retrained on
it's not that the police need to be trained. They need to open their mind up and realize that they're taking from us. They're taking from the future. They're scaring us and making us feel like we have nothing to look forward to. We're looking forward to being scared and being thrown in jail. Why are you making a second jail? We already have 2 jails. Try to make it so we're not going to jail. Make it so that you know we're going to be something better. Stand up and how we have cops class in the 5th grade. You look up to that police officer that's your cops teacher. How do you look at that person now? How do you tell your child that this is justice when it don't feel like justice? How do you tell your child that the police can protect you if that's the same person aiming a gun at your child? How do you tell your child that we can feel safe, we can do this, we can do that, when that's the same person that took your child just because they had a badge? They can make up a reason why it was okay to take your child's life. They can make up a reason why it's okay to do anything that they want to do. But we walk in the middle of the street and get arrested for it. But they stand there and we don't. Everybody's going and getting in trouble, but ain't did nothing wrong. But the police officers driving past, looking at us crazy, but we ain't did nothing wrong. You could be standing on the street and they arrest you. You get in trouble for going to your friend's house and standing on the porch and you get arrested for it. The police ain't making nothing that we do okay. They're making everything that we do wrong and making everything that they do okay and wondering why we're clashing. We're clashing because you're not making it okay for what we do, but you're making it okay for what you do. You give us an example of bad behavior and then expect us to be okay with it. You killed a man and tell us murder is not okay. You arrest us for murder, but y'all can walk away with it. That's not okay. And then you threaten us if we was to try to lash out at a police officer.
How do you change it?
How do you change it? You don't. There's no change.
How do you get the cops to change? How do you get the cops to understand?
How do you get the cops to change? You can't change somebody whose mind's already set. You can't change somebody who has this shield on them. You can't do that. You can't have somebody who comes to us, say they come, you sitting there with a smile on your face, they come to you like, I'm already gonna arrest this person. You can't change that. You can't change how a mindset comes already. You can't, just like they say you can't change a grown man, you can't change a police officer's mindset. There's some good police officers, I'm not gonna lie. There's bad ones too, but we always come across the bad ones. The good ones, there's so many few good ones left. There's not a lot of good police officers out here. You're not gonna find them.